Hey guys, Mama Bear here. Ooh, just give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. Oh, sorry about that. Welcome back to another episode of Building with Mama Bear. We did a creeper farm and I'm so excited. I want to show you guys how this works. So let's get right into the tutorial and see how we build it. For this build, we're going to need a few stacks of structural blocks. Any block will do. Some slabs, carpet, or torches for the top of the build. Some glass, about a half a stack of each of these colors. We're going to go 24 high with the glass. Iron trapdoors, only because we have so much iron on TriCraft, you really could use any trapdoor. It does not have to be iron. Then you're going to need about another half a stack of trapdoors for the collection chamber, some sand to help get yourself down, dirt for temporary blocks, a lever, a sticky piston, 2 hoppers, and a bucket of water. For the redstone portion, we're going to need another lever and about a half a stack of the redstone lamps, a stack of redstone dust and repeaters, and then we're going to use cats. So I have a cat spawn egg, raw salmon to tame it, and a name tag to give it a name. Hopefully if you're in survival, you already have your cats, and if they're not sitting, they will teleport up to your farm and you can make them sit where they are supposed to. The 2 things I forgot to include here were 4 chests and about a half a stack of ladders. So let's start building. Once you've found your area, you're going to dig a hole 1 deep and put 2 chests in it, and then dig a hole behind it, and we're going to add 2 chests right on top of that. So you have 2 double chests. In the back, we're going to take our 2 hoppers and we're going to crouch click and put 1 into each chest, and that's all you need right there for your collection area. Now we're going to get our structural blocks and we're going to go behind the chests on the opposite side of the hopper. So we're in the back. You're going to place 1. Nope, we don't want 2. We only want 1 here. And then 1 behind the hopper. Now hop up on that block and get your glass. I chose the dark green because it's more transparent than the light green or the black. So crouch click and put that on top of your chest, and because it's transparent, you can still open your chest. Place another glass block on top of each of the structural blocks, and the one underneath me you can actually use your structural block for, as I change this later. Now we're going to alternate colors and go up 1 more, and then once we get to this 3rd level, we're going to need our sand and our dirt for our temporary blocks. So you can either fill your sand as you go, or once you get to the top, fill your sand. And now we're going to do another layer of glass. And then you'll need your temporary block, because we will need to start doing 4 squares all the way up. Now we are going to take this 24 high. So from the very first glass you place down, that will be 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to go up to 24, and I'll meet you at the top. If you didn't fill your sand in as you go, here is where you can do it. And this is simply a safety feature in case you fall in your farm. Now we'll take our structural blocks and we're going to place 1 in each of the corners to make this a square of a 3 by 3. Now from this center, you can go out any way you want, and including this glass block here, we're going to go out 8. So the glass will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then cap your 8th one off. From here, we're going to fill in both sides and bring it out to the same as the middle one, and we're also going to cap that off. Once we have that done, we're going to turn around and go to the opposite side. Place one block so you can jump up on it, and then place another block. And we are going to do 2 high on this far wall and then all the way down to our other wall where we capped off 1. And we're going to also make that one 2 high. Now on the side that does not have anything on it, we want to crouch click and sneak out there, and we're going to bring the floor out 1 more. And then we're also going to add a 2 high wall on the far side. When you get past your hole, leave a small opening so that you have a way to get out of your collection area. We're going to come down here and place 1 block right on the opposite side of where the hole is. And then on the opposite side of the hole, we're going to go down to the far end of the chamber and put our water. Now the block we placed will help control the flow of the water so everything is flowing down into our hole. And now we can hop out, and then we will cap that off and cap this off, and make sure that the block you put to direct the flow of water right here, that you continue all the way up, because you don't want creepers coming and falling on that and getting stuck. On the same side that you have your hole, we're going to count this and we're going to go out 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go over to the other side, all the way to the end. Don't fall off your farm. And we're going to count out another 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you can connect these 2 and fill it all in. After you have your platform complete, we are going to get out our wooden trapdoors. Any wooden trapdoor will do just fine. And we're going to place 1 on each of the blocks across from us. And I'm not sure why I'm crouching. I thought I was on the other side. So then we're going to walk to the other side and crouch so we don't fall off, and continue placing our trapdoors all the way to the end. For right now, we're going to leave these trapdoors closed so that we have less of a chance of falling in our farm. Coming to one of our back corners, we're going to start by placing a block, getting on top, and then making it 2 high. We're going to make a U shape of 3 high all the way around the trapdoors, and we're going to leave the back wall only 1 for right now. Place 1 block high on the back row. Oops, don't fall. And then crouch click and place another row behind that one. Wait, not down one, just directly behind. We're going to do another row. And then we're going to go 1 more row behind that. Now's the time to get out your redstone lamp, and you're going to place 2, skip 1, 2, skip 1, 2. Then you can take your structural blocks and put 1 in between the lamps and then cap all of it off. If you're building this in survival, now would be a good time to place torches down so that you don't have anything spawning while you're building. Now we're going to take our structural blocks and go in between the redstone lamps 3 high, and only 1 high on the right hand side so we have a way to get out of our farm. Coming back to the other side, do 1 and then do another tower of 3 or pillar. Do 1 and then another pillar of 3, 1 block and then another pillar of 3. That gives just a little extra space to have creepers spawn. On the other side, we're going to repeat the same thing, only we're going to leave these 2 blocks right here open so that we have a way out of our farm. So don't build those yet, but build the 3 tall pillars, skipping 1. Now you can take your structural blocks and complete your roof. Fill in all the spaces that are between the 3 high pillars. And this is why we kept the trap doors closed so that we don't fall into our farm. We're going to keep this last block here open so that we have a way to crawl out when we're all done. It's now time to get out your trapdoors. I'm using iron as we have a lot in TriCraft, but really any trapdoor will work here. And you want to cover every open roof space with a trapdoor. What that's going to do is make it less than too high so that only creepers can spawn in here, because we don't want zombies or witches or skeletons to spawn. And the pillars are stopping it, so there's no 3x3 area for a spider to spawn. And that's how we are going to get just creepers to spawn in here. At this point, I'm going to put my cats in here, and we're going to put 1 cat in each of the spaces under the redstone lamp. Make sure you name tag your cat and you make it to sit. If you're in survival, your cat should have already teleported up here to you, so you just want to make sure that you push them back so they're near the redstone and on their own block, because if they come out a block, then a creeper can't spawn there. So make sure they're pushed back, and so you'll have 6 cats on each level. The reason we brought our farm out 8 blocks is because then we have 1 block to put the redstone on, 1 block for the cats to sit on, and then 6 more for the creepers to spawn on. And creepers will run until they're 6 blocks away from the cat. So this farm, wherever a creeper spawns, they are going to run from the cats and automatically go into the collection chamber. Now is the time to come over and open all of your trap doors. If you place any torches down, now would be the time to take them out. And then you're going to come over to where we left an opening and jump up there. Get your iron or any trapdoor that you're using. Place it only one, right before you are going to jump out, and then cap all of this off with your structural blocks. You can repeat this spawning chamber as many times up as you want. Once you're done with your last chamber, you're going to get yourself out, and then you can either slab, carpet, or torch up the top, and then you're going to cap it off where the collection chamber is, because we want it completely dark inside. Coming to any of the edges, you can use your sand to build a tower and then ride the tower down to get down from your farm safely. Once you're at the bottom, if you did not fall into your farm, place a trapdoor above you and then knock all the sand out. You'll get it back in your collection chamber because it'll go into your chest. Coming over to the left side of your farm where I told you you could place the structural block, we're going to put that there now if you hadn't yet, and then we're going to use our dirt as our temporary blocks. Place 1 dirt behind it, and you can use another dirt. I used a structural block and I'm not sure why, but just place 2 dirt behind it and break the dirt in the middle. Then you're going to grab your sticky piston and get that facing into the farm towards the hopper, and then you can break your temporary block. Now you're going to want to take some structural blocks and put 2 of them tall next to the sticky piston. Get your lever and pop that right on there. Once you turn it on, it activates the sticky piston. This lever gives you the control to decide if you want to AFK at your farm where the creepers just fall to their doom and you collect their drops, or if you want to smack them with your sword yourself and then you can get XP from it as well. So if you have the trapdoor closed, not open, you can switch the lever, pull the block away, and then you can AFK. If you open that, you could risk something getting out if they don't die on the fall. Grabbing your ladders, we're going to come over to where the lever is and build up 1 block so that we can jump up there. Right above the sticky piston, we're going to take our ladders, we're going to skip the bottom one, crouch, and then build our ladders all the way up. We crouch so that we don't fall off the ladders. Once you get to the top, we're going to place 2 structural blocks on each side of us, another ladder, and then we're going to get ourselves up on top of those blocks. Once you're on top of the blocks, you can build yourself out a little square so that you can get through, but you have somewhere to walk. On the same side that the farm goes out, we're going to build out our platform a little bit more so that we have a place to walk, and we're doing this so that we can get over to the redstone and complete that so we have a way to turn our farm off should we like to. When you get to the side where the redstone is, just build yourself up a little bit of stairs and make sure that it's safe so you don't fall off and you're able to put redstone dust to get all the way to the top. Once you get to the end of this row, you are also going to want to build a set of stairs to get yourself and the redstone up to your 2nd level. Depending on how many chambers you've made, you'll have to do this up to each one. Getting out our repeaters, we're going to take a repeater and redstone dust, and behind each one of the redstone lamps you're going to place 1 repeater, and the arrow needs to be pointing into the redstone lamp. Then take your redstone dust and put a dot behind each one of the repeaters and in between until you get to your corner. And then right here, I added another repeater just to make sure that the signal gets all the way up there, because redstone dust, I believe, only goes to 15. I'm definitely not a redstoner, but I think I figured this out okay. If anyone is a redstoner and they happen to see this and see an easier way to do it, then that would be great, and you can leave it in the comments below. Make sure that your repeaters are pointing away from where your power source is going to be, because you want the repeater to repeat your signal in the direction that it should be going. I placed another repeater here to make sure that the signal is getting all the way to the top, and then put a dot of redstone behind each one of these repeaters and bring it down your stairs to the bottom. And then here you can place your lever, turn it on, and the redstone should turn every one of these redstone lamps on. And that's going to light up your farm to where you can turn your farm off. So you're not going to have creepers spawning in there when you have the lights on. And it worked. All the redstone lamps are on. Woohoo, we did it! I do know that you could also use a torch tower to bring the signal up here and have the lever at the bottom of your farm, but I wanted a way to come up for when we do more things on this build, and if you need to get up here to get anything, then you'll be able to because you have your ladders. I built out the platform a little bit more just to make it safer. All of the blocks on this platform should be slabbed, carpeted, or you should put torches up because they are spawnable blocks. You don't want your creepers spawning outside of your farm. Your farm is now complete and functional. You should get creepers dropping anytime now. Well guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. This was my first actual tutorial without doing just a time lapse. And so I definitely was a little bit nervous, but I am really, really proud of this build. I think that I did a very good job figuring this out and doing the redstone. The only thing I would have liked to do different is build the actual spawning chamber out of spruce so it looked like a tree house. But I was kind of worried about that with creepers exploding, and I wasn't sure exactly if it would work okay. And I also thought the stone brick was a little easier to see with a tutorial. So I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any advice for me, or if you know how I could have done the redstone or anything differently and more effective, please comment below and let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. So thanks for watching, and if you really loved this, please subscribe and like the video and share it with all your friends. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye-bye.